Retail hasn't changed much over the past couple millennia. Merchants would set up shop. They exchanged money for goods in a real physical marketplace. And now, over the past 100 years, we have started to see some change in the marketplace in form of retail. We started with the catalogs and then moving on to online shopping. But now, because of the very device we are selling, retail is going through its biggest shift in history. So smartphones are changing how we shop, but how is shopping for smartphones changing? So first, let's look at who leads smartphones as a percentage of sales amongst the big four carriers. We have AT&T, the only network with 2 layers of technology to deliver 4G, as they describe, and they're leading the pack. Close behind is Sprint, and probably going to catch up after Friday. They just, of course, launched the iPhone for us, and I know I read an article in the Wall Street Journal. We have one of our clients here, Scott Eringston. He's a large Sprint preferred dealer who was quoted that he sold out in an hour. So we'll probably see them move up, and they're a close second. And they're America's first 4G network. You've got T-Mobile, America's largest 4G network, and at the end you've got Verizon's fastest 4G network in America. Confused yet? I know I am. And with devices, despite increased choice, consumers are still considering 1 to 2 devices. And shoppers remain open to switching. 43% did not know which carrier they would purchase from, and 79% did not know exactly which OEM they would purchase from. And prepaid is on the rise. 37% of first-time smartphone buyers consider prepaid as an option. And prepaid is growing. 1 in 5 postpaid subscribers plan to switch to prepaid in 2011. And it's forecasted by 2015 that 25% of wireless customers will be on prepaid. Let's now shift to the retail side and see what's happening on the retail front. So I'm going to share with you, I took that big list of things and tried to condense them into 3 trends. And I tried to make them A's, but didn't work. So number 1, we've got a rapidly changing product mix. Consumers want the latest and greatest, and the set of choices is always changing. And we know 4G is driving buzz and a lot of confusion out there. And the phone store is now the computer store. That smartphone is, you know, the PC in the pocket. And now there's tablets, so it's now the computer store. And the devices are more complex. You've got 3G, 4G, 4S, GPS, Bluetooth, and now NFC, and a whole bunch of other sensors on these devices. And there's a vast array of accessory opportunities. Of course, with the smartphone, new categories of entertainment, emerging categories like virtual goods and applications. And now there's the new category of M2M, or machine to machine. At CTA, Enterprise and Applications in San Diego last week, the top 3 US carriers were talking about M2M as the next big thing. And it's pretty exciting. So some examples that were given were things like sensors that could help athletes would use to track their performance. And all these devices connect up to your smartphone and tablets. So number 2, the role of the salesperson is shifting. The role of the salesperson is shifting more from selling to more to facilitating. You know, sometimes the customers just want to come in and play. Sometimes you just want a quick transaction, so you just need to facilitate them in and out in the most convenient way possible. And sometimes your customer may know more than your salesperson. So we need to equip the salesperson to facilitate whatever experience the customer wants. In this example, I've got Disney up here, and they refer to their salespeople as cast members. And their job is to make every visitor have that visit their best experience of their day. And I've got 4 daughters, and I went to a Disney store and I showed video, and just by their reaction, I know they'd love to go. So in this scenario, this is called their magic mirror, which is super cool. You scan the sales, or the cast member, I guess, scans a tag, and it gives a personalized experience to what the person is wearing. And it's if you ever are near a Disney store, you have to go in and check it out. And number 3, we're seeing increasing expectations of the in-store experience. This is O2 in Europe, and you might not be able to read it, but on the window it says, "The latest perk or quiet place to work, a space to relax, or advice about apps." So they really have embraced the concept of social space. It's also called third space within their store environments. And we're certainly seeing this as a trend. Again, if you look at the Apple Store, that's really a social place as well as a place to transact. So the idea, and this is working very well for O2, is that while you're getting a coffee or a Coke, then you can maybe sort out an upgrade. And we're definitely seeing this taking a foothold. So the worlds of the physical space and the worlds of virtual are merging, and this is going to cause the biggest change in retail's history. So in summary, trends are we have a rapidly changing product mix, shifting role of sales staff, and we're seeing increasing expectations of the in-store customer experience. So together, if we stay on top of the trends and deliver wow, we will attract more, convert more, attach more, so our customers come back more and buy more stuff. What we're going to do now is we're going to play a short video that shows our latest XQ product in action, as well as some of our new RQ features from our 4.4 release.
This is a company that not only does amazing technology, it's actually a company that has a huge amount of heart and a huge amount of passion and energy for not only its employees, but its community as well. So for those of you who don't know, what Free the Children is it's a youth organization, and we're one example of different charities that you can support through this app, or there's this functionality, I should say. And what we're going to be doing is sharing with you a little bit about what we do and how this can actually translate. Because you heard about this from a donation point, fine, $1, yes, it's not a lot of money, but it's a lot of money. But what we want to see is how this can actually have a big impact. So by way of context, Free the Children was started back in 1995 by my younger brother, Craig, at the age of 12. He's the one in the blue t-shirt. We're from Thornhill, Ontario. One day, my brother was looking for the comics section of our local newspaper. Instead of seeing the comics section one day, he saw the front page article of another 12-year-old boy, a 12-year-old boy from Pakistan named Iqbal Masih. And Craig started to read the article because he was 12, this kid was 12, he wanted context. So he read the article of a boy's vision, a boy's journey. At the age of 4, Iqbal was sold into slavery, and he was sold for $16 by his parents, who couldn't afford to put him into school. At the age of 10, he ended up escaping from child labor. He ended up literally getting hooked up with a local human rights organization. And at the age of 12, he was killed for speaking out. My brother, 12 years old, took this article to his grade 7 class and said, you know what, we're 12, this kid's 12, I don't know what to do, who wants to help? And a whole bunch of young people put up their hand. And it grew from a group of 12-year-olds into now 1 million kids making a difference in 4,000 schools across North America. And iQmetrix is part of that journey. So many of you have been part of that journey as well since last year. And for that, we are very, very grateful. In terms of the model, as shared last year, it starts at home. We get young people engaged. We're in every province, in every state across literally North America. Move overseas. 55,000 kids attend Free the Children school every single day. So we get young people helping young people. And simply like that, it results in very tangible change. So internationally, for those of you who were here last year, you heard the stories of adopting villages and providing water projects, education projects, healthcare projects, alternative income projects, to actually have the chance to break the cycle of poverty, holistic development, to actually make sure that people don't need charity, because the best charity you could ever give is giving people a hand up so they'll never need charity again. And then providing education to kids who otherwise can't afford to go to school, because education is the barrier that otherwise, if they don't have education, they're going to stay in that cycle of poverty. So by mitigating education, by mitigating the barriers, education will flourish. One of the #1 reasons why girls can't go to school in sub-Saharan Africa, for example, because there's no water. So bringing water to all of our projects all around the world. Seeing the difference of water, if you get it from the river, or if you actually get it from the boreholes, and seeing the difference so girls can actually have a chance to receive that education that's so badly needed. Health projects literally around the world, alternative income sources, helping women break the cycle of poverty so they can actually afford to send their girls to school. So we talked about that last year, and the projects continue, again, with all of your support. Very quickly, domestically also as well, getting kids engaged, both at home and through things like Halloween for Hunger, kids trick-or-treating for non-perishable canned goods to give to the local food bank, a type of empowerment locally, and this type of empowerment internationally, doing campaigns and speeches and working with at-risk kids. The whole concept of, again, young people helping young people create tangible change all around the world, in every state, in every province across North America.